Hi, I'm Tim Travis of Xbox Reviews and Verdicts, and today I'm going to give you an overview of the Bioshock Ultimate Rapture Edition and what you get with it. First, let's talk about the packaging. This is not the plastic box you're used to or a tin case. It's cardboard. I like the artwork and whatnot, and this is sure as hell better than buying a new copy of the original Bioshock with that awful Platinum Hits cover. But with this being cardboard, you could run into the problem of the packaging creasing, and the width of the box is slightly wider than that of an average copy of an Xbox game, so it might be weird putting it on your shelf. The Ultimate Rapture Edition comes with 4 discs, so you have the original Bioshock, Bioshock 2, and the other 2 discs are for the extra content. I would have liked to have download codes instead, but the install time for the add-on content is very quick. As for the games, there isn't much that hasn't been said about them. The original Bioshock was and still is an absolute masterpiece. If for whatever reason you don't know, it's a first-person shooter where you descend to the underwater city of Rapture, founded by Andrew Ryan, an idealist who wanted to create a city founded on free market principles where what you earn is truly dependent on the work you put in. Things clearly didn't go out as intended, seeing as when you get there, Rapture is in a state of disrepair and crippled by civil war. If you know about real-world novelist Ayn Rand, you'll find this game very intriguing as the city of Rapture is inspired by her philosophy of objectivism. This is one of the few games that successfully provides some sort of social commentary, and is a game that truly makes me think every time I play it. You will too if you're familiar with the Randian philosophy.
On the surface, the parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
But if you're not into the philosophical bullcrap, you can still enjoy a rich world, strong narrative, and an incredibly moody, tragic atmosphere. The gameplay still holds up. You have the standard assortment of firearms, as well as plasmas that will allow you to electrocute enemies, set people on fire, and so on. Using all of your tools creatively is still very satisfying, but there are some things that haven't held up perfectly after 5 years, namely on the technical side of things, but the art is still phenomenal. You get a lot of new content for this game with the Rapture Edition, most of which has not been previously available on the 360. First, a Rapture Edition exclusive is an interactive museum, which will give you some concept art, early character models, along with descriptions that will give you some insight into the creative process of a very creative game. Only problem, the museum is very quiet, no music or anything, it's very lonely. 360 owners now have access to Bioshock challenge rooms. 2 are dedicated to puzzle solving and the other is for combat. These are nothing special. They are pretty boring, the art style is nowhere near as fun to look at as that of the main game, and it feels all the more pointless since these won't award any new achievements. There is a New Game Plus mode and additional survivor difficulty. New Game Plus sounds like a great idea for a game like Bioshock, but there are no new plasmids or items, and the enemies won't scale to your new powers, making it stupidly easy to breeze through enemies even on the hard difficulty. Bioshock 2 on the other hand is a strange beast to talk about, as there was a large contingent of fans who didn't want a sequel. It's a great game, and the gameplay in many respects feels like what the original could have been. You can use plasmids and weapons at the same time, plasmids in general have been upgraded, and hacking is more seamlessly integrated into the gameplay. The graphics also hold up much better than that of the first game, and the art is still fantastic. Plus there's a wider range of choices to make that leads to a plethora of different endings. But there's just something about the game that isn't as good as the original. Maybe it's the story or level design, but it's just not as special as the original. At least the added DLC is pretty good. Though we weren't given a New Game Plus mode for Bioshock 2, but you will be given Minerva's Den and the Protector Trials, which are fun in their own right, but some of the other DLC is dedicated to Bioshock 2's multiplayer. The multiplayer is simply not good. It's clearly made by a different developer than those who made the single player, and it's punishing, laggy, and simply not much fun. So that's the Ultimate Rapture Edition for you. If you haven't played the original Bioshock or want to revisit it, it's not a bad way to go at $30, and you might as well get the sequel along with it. Only some of the DLC is really successful, namely Minerva's Den, the Protector Trials, as well as the Plasma DLC pack, and the museum is a much better feature than a physical book of concept art. Hell, the Ultimate Rapture Edition is a great way to prepare for Bioshock Infinite, releasing in March. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoy my future videos.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be